Oh, that was almost disastrous.
How did I know this project was gonna go south? How did I call that?
I'm all for living life on the edge, but that's kind of like living on the edge of stupidity.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up?
So for the entire time that I've had the C5 Corvette, I've never had reverse lights, which I'm all for living life on the edge, but that's kind of like living on the edge of stupidity. And I understand that, and I just am the biggest procrastinator in the world, so I never got to switching out. Well, I actually never knew what the problem was that was causing this, because whenever I unlocked the car, the reverse lights came on, but whenever I backed up, they never came on. And I'm not the brightest bulb that there is, but I know that if the reverse lights were coming on when I unlocked the car, those bulbs are okay. So today we're gonna be changing out the reverse, I don't know if it's called the reverse switch or the backup light switch or the backup switch. It's the switch that goes on the side of the transmission to signal the reverse lights to turn on when you put the car into reverse. I know, tough stuff. Now, this part wasn't very expensive. I can't remember the exact amount. I'll link it down in the description below. But it's not very expensive. I hope it's not very difficult to do. But as a little upgrade, we're gonna be putting in some Sharklight Innovations LED reverse lights, because that's one of the only lights left on the car that's not Sharklight Innovations. And with this upgrade, I'm gonna be able to actually see what's behind me at night when I'm backing up in this car, because you really can't see much out of the back of it anyways. But we'll also get that cool white LED look when we go to unlock the car. So now we're gonna go underneath and try to find out where this switch goes first. And once we know that the switch is working properly and that was the problem, then we can go to the fun part. We've got the Vette all jacked up. I thought I was just gonna be able to jack up the back of the car because, again, this is a Corvette. The transmission is actually at the back. But once I started jacking up the back, the front splitter was actually hitting the ground. It was touching the ground because the front is extremely low. So then I had to jack up the front, a jack on each side, total bullshit. Hopefully getting the car up in the air will actually take longer than switching out this switch will.
Oh God, the Corvette looks good low, but man, is it a pain in the ass to work on.
I've already located the switch. If only I could locate the, you know what, as easy as this.
Here, let me bring you guys under to show you. Oh, thank God for long arms.
Okay, so we're under the Vette now, and I believe that is the switch right there. It looks same as the new switch, and on the other side of the transmission is the drain plug. I heard that it was on the opposite side of that, so this must be it. So let's, oh, there we go. We're off to a great start here.
Oh, now I get to go find a socket that fits that. Back in a moment.
A few moments later.
So after many painful trips out from under the car, I finally found the socket that fits. Looks like it's a 7/8. I think that's what it says. This has seen some better days, and you're gonna need a deep socket because you have to get all the way over the connector. There it is. So I'm gonna see if I can get my ratchet up there. I sure hope I can, and we'll get this switch out of here.
Please fit, please fit. It's the first time I've ever had to say that. Oh, that was almost disastrous. Whew. Nothing like starting the day off with a ratchet in the eye.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh yeah, there we go, baby. There it is. Ah, crap, I thought I'd be able to finger loosen the rest of it, but I was wrong. Voila.
So we get the new switch here. Sure. Here's the old one. It does look a little dingy compared to the new one, but that's to be expected. It's 20 years old. So we're gonna throw this new one in and hope it works.
Plug the the connector back in. Listen for the satisfying click. Perfect. All right, let's try this out.
So the switch didn't work. So now I'm gonna check the fuses. There is supposed to be a fuse for the backup lights. We're gonna check that and go from there because now I'm lost. Looks good to me. In my professional opinion, of course. Okay, so now we have to check the fuse box in the passenger side footwell because there's supposed to be one fuse or relay in there that we can check too. How did I know this project was gonna go south? How did I call that? And what do you know? Fuse number 21 in the passenger side footwell fuse box is blown. Now I sound like a real idiot because right at the beginning of the video, I said that this wasn't going to be the problem. Idiot! Okay, for shits and giggles, I'm going to throw this 25 amp fuse in just to test and see if the reverse lights come on now. And then I'll have to run to the store and get an actual 10 amp fuse or 15 amp fuse. I can't remember what it was. We're going to throw this in and see if they at least turn on. Well, Idiot of the Year award, that would go to me this year. I think I won last year too. Idiot! It was a fuse. It was a fuse. I honestly don't know why I didn't check that first. But regardless of how dumb I am, the reverse lights work. So now is the fun part. We get to throw in the Sharplight Innovations LED reverse lights. And now not only are we going to be able to see behind us as we're driving, it's going to be like the sun is out, following us around every time we back up. Now we just pull the old bulb out. It's like these just press in. Oh, push in, twist, pull it out. And we grab our new million times brighter Sharplight reverse lights. Here's what they look like here. Here's a difference. Looks like a substantial weight savings as well. Press in and turn. I'm not going to put it back into the actual lens itself quite yet. I want to make sure that I have both in the proper way. Same thing for the other side. Pull that out. New one in. New one in. Here we go. Now I'm just going to go turn the key. Make sure these... Make sure you somehow support that. All right, now that we know that both lights work, we can put these back in here. There we go, there's one, and there's two. Place this back in here same way it came out, just like so. So I don't really have a comparison as to what these reverse lights looked like in the dark before because they weren't working before. So here's an after shot of how bright these things are now that they're installed. Links to both the LED reverse lights from Sharplight Innovations and the transmission backup switch that we didn't even end up needing. But I'll include links to both of those down in the description below. I know the transmission switch is actually a common thing for the C5. That's why I went ahead and replaced it. It took all of 5 minutes to do. It took more time to crawl in and out from under the car than it actually did to take out the old switch and put in the new one. And the reverse lights, those make a huge difference, and those take all of 10 minutes to do too. Nice, simple, easy, do-it-yourself, and relatively cheap mod. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy motoring.